Ever found yourself overwhelmed by the task of planning your dream vacation? You're not alone. It's a common conundrum, a puzzle that many of us grapple with. Picture this. You're all set to embark on your much-anticipated journey, your heart brimming with excitement, but then you're faced with the monumental task of planning. Where to start? How to proceed? The endless options can be dizzying. Travel planning is no small feat. It's an art, a science, a meticulous orchestration of many elements. It's about striking the right balance between exploration and relaxation, between spontaneity and structure. It's about making the most of every moment, every experience. A well-planned trip can spell the difference between an ordinary vacation and an unforgettable adventure. It's the key to unlocking the door to a world of possibilities. But worry not, we're here to simplify this process for you. So, where do you begin? Start with your travel goals. In the grand scheme of planning the perfect trip, your travel goals are your compass, your guiding star. They give you a sense of purpose and direction, steering you towards the experiences that will leave an indelible mark on your memory. The first question you need to ask yourself is, what do I want to get out of this trip? Are you seeking relaxation, an escape from the daily grind, a chance to recharge your batteries on a sun-soaked beach or a tranquil mountainside retreat? Or perhaps you're the adventurous type, yearning for adrenaline-pumping activities from skydiving to whitewater rafting or trekking through dense jungles and scaling towering peaks. Maybe you're a culture vulture, eager to immerse yourself in the rich tapestry of traditions, languages, and cuisines that make the world such a fascinating place. You might be drawn to the ancient ruins of Rome, the vibrant markets of Marrakesh, the tranquil temples of Kyoto, or the rhythmic beats of a samba dance in Rio. Or perhaps you're a blend of all three, seeking a trip that balances relaxation, adventure, and cultural immersion. And let's not forget the other goals that can shape your journey. Are you seeking personal growth, looking to challenge yourself, step out of your comfort zone, and discover who you are away from the confines of your everyday life? Or perhaps you're aiming to forge deeper connections, spend quality time with loved ones, or meet new people and make lifelong friends. Your travel goals are as unique as you are, so take the time to reflect on what you truly want. Don't rush this process. Sit down, grab a cup of coffee or a glass of wine, and let your mind wander. Dream big. Let your imagination run wild. And as you crystallize your travel goals, remember this: they are not rigid, but fluid. They can evolve as you do, adapting to your changing tastes, interests, and circumstances. Remember, your travel goals will guide every decision you make, so choose wisely. Next, it's time to pick your dream destination. The world is full of fascinating places, each with its unique charm. But how do you narrow it down to that one place for your next adventure? Well, there are a few factors to consider. Let's start with the budget. Your budget plays a significant role in deciding where you can go. Are you looking for an extravagant luxury vacation or a budget-friendly backpacking trip? The cost of living varies widely from country to country and even city to city. So consider the travel costs, accommodation, food, and activities when planning your budget. Next, keep an eye on travel advisories. It's essential to stay informed about the current situation and potential destinations. These advisories provide information about safety concerns like political unrest, health emergencies, or severe weather conditions. Keep in mind your safety and well-being are paramount. Now let's talk about personal interests. Are you a history buff interested in ancient civilizations, or are you an adrenaline junkie looking for your next thrill? Maybe you are a foodie wanting to explore new cuisines, or a nature lover yearning for breathtaking landscapes. Your destination should align with what you love to do. After all, travel is all about creating unforgettable experiences based on your passions. Time of the year is another aspect to ponder. Some destinations are best visited during specific times of the year. Consider the climate, peak tourist seasons, and local events when choosing your travel dates. Lastly, consider the duration of your trip. If you have a limited time, it might be better to choose a destination closer to home or with less travel time. You don't want to spend most of your vacation time on a plane, right? It may seem a bit overwhelming, but don't be daunted. Take your time, do your research, and listen to your heart. Remember, the joy of travel starts with the excitement of choosing your destination. So, savor this moment and let the anticipation build up. Your destination is chosen. What's next? Well, stay tuned to find out. One word that can make or break your travel experience: budget. It's as crucial as the destination itself, and here's why. It's the compass guiding your travel decisions. from the kind of accommodation you'll choose to the experiences you'll indulge in. Creating a realistic budget is the first step. Here's a good starting point. Split your budget into 4 main categories: transportation, accommodation, food, and entertainment. Now let's dive a bit deeper. Transportation includes not just the cost of your flight, train, or bus ticket to your destination, but also the day-to-day local transport. Don't forget to consider the cost of getting to and from airports or train stations. Accommodation costs can vary wildly depending on whether you're staying in a 5-star hotel, a quaint bed and breakfast, or a budget hostel. Research is your best friend here. Look into different options, read reviews, and find something that suits your comfort level and budget. Food is often an overlooked part of the budget, but remember, you're not just paying for sustenance, you're paying for a cultural experience. Research local food prices and don't forget to allocate some money for trying out local delicacies. Entertainment or experiences are why we travel. This includes everything from museum tickets to guided tours, from scuba diving lessons to mountain trekking. Prioritize your experiences based on what you value most. Now let's talk about the unsung hero of any travel budget, a contingency fund. Set aside a certain portion of your budget for unexpected expenses. This could be anything from a last-minute excursion you discovered to a sudden need for medical attention. Remember, the aim is not to spend as little as possible, but to spend wisely. There's no joy in scrimping on experiences that could make your trip memorable. So prioritize your spends, consider the unexpected, and most importantly, save money where you can without compromising on your travel experience. A well-planned budget is the backbone of a stress-free trip. Now let's dive into the heart of travel planning, the itinerary. Creating a travel itinerary is like painting a masterpiece on a blank canvas. It's your personal roadmap, guiding you through the journey ahead, but instead of rigid, fixed paths, imagine it as a flexible, flowing river, letting you explore and experience at your own pace. So how do you create this masterpiece? First, you need to consider the time zones and travel times. If you're jetting off to a destination that's several time zones away, remember to factor in the time difference. You don't want to schedule a morning hike when your body's still convinced it's the middle of the night. And when planning your day's activities, don't forget to account for travel times. It's easy to underestimate how much time it can take to get from one place to another. Now, let's talk about downtime. It might sound counterintuitive, but scheduling free time is crucial. Traveling is about more than ticking off a checklist of sites. It's about immersing yourself in the destination, savoring the local cuisine, and connecting with the people. So make sure to sprinkle some downtime in your itinerary. It's during these unscripted moments that the magic often happens. But here's the key: flexibility. No matter how well you plan, unexpected things can and do happen. Maybe it's a sudden rainstorm or an unexpected festival you stumble upon, or perhaps you simply fall in love with a quaint cafe and want to linger a little longer. A flexible itinerary lets you adapt and embrace these spontaneous moments, turning them into unforgettable memories. So when you're crafting your itinerary, think of it as a guide, not a rule book. It's a tool to help you make the most of your trip, not a rigid schedule to be strictly followed. Remember, a good itinerary is balanced and flexible. It's the perfect blend of planning and spontaneity, of seeing the sights and savoring the moments. And that, my friends, is the art of travel planning. With your itinerary in hand, it's time to book your travel. This is where the rubber meets the road and all your careful planning starts to take shape. When booking flights, remember that timing is everything. The sweet spot for purchasing tickets is typically between 4 months and 3 weeks before your departure date. This is when airlines start to adjust prices based on demand. If you're flexible with dates, you can save a bundle by flying midweek or during off-peak hours. Consider using flight comparison websites to get a bird's-eye view of all available options. These tools scour the internet to find the best deals, taking into account factors like flight duration, stopovers, and price. If you're a fan of a particular airline, don't forget to sign up for their loyalty program. It's free, and it can earn you perks like priority boarding, free check bags, and even upgrades. Next up, let's talk about accommodations. Similar to flights, prices for hotels and rentals can fluctuate based on the time of year, day of the week, and how far in advance you book. Early birds often get the best deals, so it's prudent to secure your lodgings as soon as your travel dates are set. When choosing where to stay, think about your itinerary. If you'll be out and about most of the day, a basic hotel room or a budget-friendly rental might be all you need. But if you're planning a lot of downtime, you might appreciate the comforts of a more upscale place. Last but not least, consider your local transportation. Will you need a rental car or can you get by with public transit? In many cities, you can save money and avoid the hassle of parking by using buses, trams, or metros. If you do decide to rent a car, remember to book in advance for the best rates. Booking early and in off-peak periods can make a big difference to your travel budget. These strategies can help you secure the best deals, leaving more money for experiences and memories. So, you've booked your trip, but we're not done yet. Travel is unpredictable, so it's essential to prepare for the unexpected. Let's delve into how we can do just that. Firstly, let's talk about travel insurance. It's a critical aspect that often slips our minds when planning our dream getaways. But it's not just a piece of paper, it's a safety net. It protects us from the financial impact of unexpected events like trip cancellations, medical emergencies, or lost baggage. So before you jet off, ensure you're adequately insured. Now, on to packing. It's more than just filling a suitcase with your favorite outfits. It's about anticipating different weather conditions and packing accordingly. Always check the weather forecast for your destination, but remember, Mother Nature can be quite the prankster. So pack a light jacket even if you're heading to a tropical paradise, or a pair of shorts if you're venturing into the cold. You never know when you might need them. Finally, let's talk about the importance of backup plans. While it's exciting to stick to a meticulously planned itinerary, it's equally important to be flexible. What if the museum you've been dying to visit is closed for renovations? Or the hiking trail you plan to conquer is closed due to bad weather? Having alternative activities up your sleeve ensures that your trip remains enjoyable, even when things don't go according to plan. Remember, travel isn't just about reaching a destination. It's about the journey. It's about embracing the unexpected, adapting to new situations, and making the most of every moment. It's about finding joy in the unplanned detours and the surprising twists and turns. So whether it's buying travel insurance, packing for all weather conditions, or having a plan B, preparing for the unexpected can make your travel experience smoother, safer, and even more memorable. With these tips, you're ready to tackle any travel curveballs. So, you've navigated through the travel planning process. Let's recap. We kicked things off by addressing the common travel conundrum, that initial feeling of being overwhelmed with countless choices and decisions. We discovered that the key lies in identifying what you want from your travel experience. Is it relaxation, adventure, culture, or perhaps a mix of everything? Understanding your goals is the foundation of a rewarding journey. Next, we delved into choosing your destination, a critical step that can either make or break your travel experience. It's not just about picking a random spot on the map, but about considering factors such as climate, local customs, and attractions that align with your travel goals. Then, we discussed the importance of budgeting. We learned that a well-planned budget not only prevents you from overspending, but it also helps you prioritize your activities. It's about making smart choices that maximize your enjoyment without breaking the bank. Our journey through travel planning then led us to the creation of a travel itinerary. We emphasized that a good itinerary is a balance between being organized and leaving room for spontaneity. It's about knowing what you want to do, when you want to do it, and leaving some wiggle room for those unexpected gems you stumble upon. We then moved on to booking your travel. We learned the importance of comparing prices, reading reviews, and considering the fine print. It's all about ensuring you get the best value for your money and avoid any unpleasant surprises. Our penultimate step was preparing for the unexpected. We learned that travel is unpredictable, and it's essential to be prepared for any eventuality. Having a contingency plan, travel insurance, and emergency contacts are all vital parts of this preparation. With these steps, each one a crucial cog in the wheel of travel planning, you've laid the groundwork for a trip that is not just enjoyable, but also smooth and stress-free. With these steps, you're well prepared for your journey. Happy travels!